What's up, everyone? Welcome back or welcome. This is your first visit. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Matt. On this channel, I review brand new cars. This is 2026 Toyota RAV4 that's been completely redesigned. You might have seen my XLE Premium or Woodland trim videos. This is the XSE, a step above the Woodland, a step below the top-of-the-line Limited. It's got a nicer interior, some more features. So today, I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out together. Exterior, interior, technology, and a test drive. This is all thanks to Gettel Toyota of Charlotte County. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and now let's get back to this. The RAV4 has been around for over 30 years now. This is the newest generation. Literally came out about a month ago, started hitting the dealerships. Still really hard to get. They're all hybrids now, and there are 6 different trim levels available, starting with the LE, then SE, XLE Premium, Woodland Trim, XSE, and then the Limited. So this XSE sets a step below the top-of-the-line Limited. Let's take a look on the exterior. All of the RAV4s are sharing the same sheet metal, which means they're going to look very, very similar. And that means they're going to have the same hood with this nice indent down the middle. We have the Toyota logo right on top, but each of the trims are going to have a different flare up front. Now, this is the XSE Premium. All of the RAV4s are standard with LED lights, daytime running lamps, and turn signals. The XSE Premium adds these cool accent lights down the bottom, the vertical lights. We also have the grille that's the same color as the rest of the vehicle, nicely incorporated here, and we have the front-facing camera on this, one of the top-of-the-line trims. Now let's pop the hood open and let's see what powers it up. And all RAV4s are hybrid. It's either this hybrid powertrain, which is a 2.5-liter engine coupled with 3 electric motors, producing a total of 236 horsepower combined between the internal combustion and the electric power plants, and it's coupled with the ECVT transmission, which is more of a direct drive transmission, kind of like you'll find on the electric vehicles. Or you can opt in for the plug-in hybrid, which hasn't been released yet, and it's a more powerful, also more expensive, but more efficient power plant, which I'm going to come back as soon as they get one and make sure that I'll review that separately. What else is underneath the hood? Well, we have the prop rod right here, which I'm not a big fan of, but seems like all of the vehicles in its class have it. We have some sound insulation down here, so we'll check out the ride quality and the quietness of the cabin at the end of this video. And before we start driving, let's talk about the dimensions of this vehicle. We have a total width of 73 to 74 inches, depending on the trim. The height also depends on the trim, and that ranges from 66.4 to 67.8, with the Woodland trim being the highest due to increased ground clearance. And then we have a total length of 180.9 to 181.8, again, depending on the trim. And then the total wheelbase is 105.9. Let's take a look and see what's going on as far as the wheels and tires. So this one sits on nice black rims. They're 20 inches. Size of the tires 235 by 50 on 20-inch rims, of course. Now this is the worst color to showcase the XSE, but that's the only one that they had, because if you look at the wheel well surrounds, okay, they're shiny black, and you know, you think, okay, black on black, the same color as the rest of the vehicle, but no. These are actually shiny black on different colors as well. So that would kind of accentuates those wheelbases nicely on different colors. We also have that black trim right at the bottom. That's black on all the other colors as well. And blacks are the mirror caps. Now the mirror features the turn signals, side view camera right here, and the blind spot assist. And then as far as the window surrounds, we have this kind of the black chrome right on top with the regular matte black at the bottom. Now this vehicle has added crossbars, and it also has added a panoramic sunroof. It comes standard with a regular moonroof, They added the panoramic sunroof to it. We have the proximity entry system, which means, I can unlock it or lock it as long as the key is somewhere on. You can see the lights blinking on the mirrors, or I can do it the old school way by pushing the button on the remote, which is this, is the new RAV4 remote. Same kind of like we seen last year. Lock, unlock, hold to, open the gate, hold to for the panic button, and we have the Toyota logo right there at the bottom. Moving back by the side, you'll notice that the gas tank door is on the driver's side. That's about 14.5 gallons of capacity. And here in the back, we have these all new LED lights, nicely enclosed in this clear plastic. Now they're connected. Well, let's pop this gate open. We're going to do it by pushing the button on the remote that has a power lift gate. And here on the inside, you'll feature almost 38 cubic feet of cargo space, which is huge for the size of the vehicle. Right underneath here, we'll have a spare tire. Yes. And hey, you're wondering where the spare tire tools are? Well, this is not very obvious. Well, first of all, this one has this cargo cover, but the tools to remove the tire are actually right here in this compartment, which is in front of the actual spare tire compartment. So they're hidden, but they're here. So there you go. I saved you a bunch of time while looking for it. Now we have the JBL stereo on this particular one. That's an upgraded stereo, 9-speaker stereo. We have the cargo cover. The seats can fold down, 60-40 split. Now you have to reach and fold them down. And, I'm not even tall enough to move them all the way down. Maybe I could do that here. And that's going to open up almost 80 cubic feet of cargo space. 78 cubic feet of cargo space on the vehicle as such is huge. And you can really see that when removing the cargo cover as such. Now, this is how much room you'll have. Now, this particular one has added illumination in the back. This is not what comes standard with this vehicle. So just in case you noticed that, yeah, that's something that's been added at the Southeast Distribution Center. It is an accessory. Let's push this closed and let's see what's going on the interior. And as far as the back seat, let's check this out. I'm 6 feet tall. This front seat is adjusted to my regular driving position, and I fit easily behind it. As you can see, my feet slide nicely into those footwells underneath the seat. I have about 1.5 inches in front of it. I have plenty of shoulder room and plenty of headroom as well. The rear door panel features nice and soft inlay, so this is a welcome change. Also, this top trim right here, this is not this cheap plastic as you see in some of the competitors. Really nice change. Thanks, Toyota. Now we have the door handle, window control, and more storage. Also a speaker in the door. As we get inside, I really like the way that these seats look. Now, this looks like suede. It's kind of like a synthetic suede and the synthetic leather, which Toyota called Softex. This is that man-made leather. But it feels good. It looks good as well. In the middle, we have this console opens up with the cup holders, and right there in the middle on the console, you have two 15-watt chargers, as well as the vents, slide bump right there at the bottom, and the seats feature the seat back storage. Now up on top, we have this upgraded panoramic sunroof, which moves the illumination to the back over here. Now let's see what's going on in the front. But before we get inside, let's listen to the sound of the closing door. Okay, this didn't sound really good, and this is one thing that surprised me about this RAV4. As well as this vehicle seems to be built, the door doesn't sound really that good. So again, we have the soft touch materials on the inside here, 2 memory seat settings. We have the window mirror lock controls, also more storage down at the bottom, RAV4 that's illuminated right on this door sill, and we have the power seat controls with the lumbar control, but lumbar is only front and back. So the seats are nice and bolstered. We also have this blue tubing and the blue contrast stitching around it. They are perforated in the middle as they are heated and ventilated as well. Now, right next to the steering wheel, you have the dimmer as well as the ability to open the rear gate. You have to push the button to open the gas tank and pull on this lever to open the hood. Nothing crazy as far as the pedal box. We have the tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Let me jump inside. I'll show you the rest of this interior. And we're going to start this interior tour with the sound of the closing door. I hope it sounds better than from the outside. Maybe a little bit. All right, I'm just trying to talk myself into it. All right, we have the JBL speakers right on the A-pillars over here, and this kind of a dual tier dashboard. Now, this is all hard plastic. This is nice and softer. All right, we have different screens than what we've seen on Woodland or XLE Premium. We'll get to that in just a moment. But on the side here, you have this nice rubber-lined shelf. This is nice and soft as well, and this is hard plastic. Now, the screen is bigger, and this is the first trim that you can get this screen on the XSE and the limited model. You can't get it on the lower trim level. So let's get this vehicle started. We're going to turn the power on right here, and let's see what's going to happen. Now, vehicle comes to life. It is on, so you don't hear the starter going on because it starts in the EV mode, and as it shows right here in this instrument cluster, and now the battery was not charged enough, so now it turns on the internal combustion engine. So as far as the steering wheel, decent size. I kind of wish that it was a little bit thicker right here where most of the steering wheels are. The Toyota logo. We have a bunch of buttons. Left hand side, kind of that scroll button, up, down, left, right, and then back button, voice control. We have the volume button, seek track. On the right hand side, we have the cruise control. We have the lane keep assist or attention assist, cancel for the cruise control, different cruise control modes, and you can adjust the gap in front of you, between you and the car in front of you. So Toyota logo, we have the attention assist, and as far as the screen right here, it doesn't flicker, guys, I promise. It's just at the different camera frame rate. So let's see what we have here. If I go up, you can see the messages, different drive settings. We have the tire pressure, trip info, AM, FM, compass, EV driving ratio. So you can have all the information on the right-hand side. We can do the same thing on the left-hand side. We can adjust, see what's going on in this instrument cluster. And as you can see, I can change of what's displayed right in the middle as scrolling sideways to the different settings, different views of it. So we have the dual gauge. We can put the navigation inside of it, lane keep assist, whatever you want. I'm going to leave it at this dual gauge. I guess I'm kind of an old school, so I'm going to leave that there. And then I'm going to hit OK, hit OK again to bring up that panel. And then we can see what's going on the right-hand side. So this is as far as this instrument cluster. I think a missed opportunity by Toyota is, you know, like you've seen on the Hyundais and Kia, where you turn the turn signal on, it opens up like this little monitor that shows you the blind spot and what's going on the right and left-hand side. They already have the cameras outside. I think they could have easily done that. So maybe, you know, as an upgrade or as a feature that they're going to have next year. Now, 67 degrees outside. You have all the information that you need in front of you. But let's move over to the large screen over here. This is the 12.9-inch screen. So it is bigger than I've seen on the previous generation. It's also bigger than we've seen on the other trims that I've done, the Woodland and the XLE Premium before. We're going to set it up later because it's a brand new car. I have to accept it, otherwise it won't let me do it. And this is your main interface, kind of this tile design as you've seen on some of the newer Toyotas. You can customize it, move it around. You know, a couple of things to mention. The navigation is subscription based, so it doesn't come standard. The good news is it has the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wireless. You can connect your phone and use that, or you can subscribe to their navigation system. As far as the media sources, you have the ability to listen to the AM, FM, or Sirius XM. You can also stream your music through your phone, and then it also says we support Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and Bluetooth. Drive modes, we have normal, eco, sport, and custom, and this is one way of getting in it. There's an easier way too. Weather information, we're not subscribed to it, we're not signed in, so it's not going to show you anything. And then customize and tips. Now on this strip of buttons, virtual buttons on the left hand side, you see home. You also see the navigation system, which would open up the navigation if it had it. And then we have the media. As I mentioned before, here are your choices for media. And of course, you can connect your phone and you have your settings button. So really easy to navigate through it. Profile, vehicle, Bluetooth devices, drive performance, driving assist, etc. Drive recorder, so it even has a built-in recorder. which you can set up. Now, in the guest mode, it's very limited to what we can do. So new clip library, I don't think there's anything in there. But enable drive recorded continuously recording loop, auto and manually save clips to share. So in case you're worried about it, I mean, especially right now with people driving crazy, I mean, that could be a good option to have it on, and just anything happens, just save it and share it with the law enforcement. Down here at the bottom, you have this strip of virtual buttons again, and this is your climate control. So you can slide your finger up and down to adjust the climate control. If you don't want to mess around with it, there are also hard buttons at the bottom. As you can see, I can adjust the temperature. We have the heated and ventilated seats, 3-stage for heating, 3-stage for ventilation. We can also set them up on auto, so as the vehicle heats up, it's going to turn on the heated seats. If it cools down, ventilated seats. I'm actually going to turn the heated or ventilated seats to, well, level 1 maybe. It's not that hot outside today in Florida. And we have the heated steering wheel, ability to turn it to auto adjust the fan. And then right at the bottom again, we have the front window defogger, rear window defroster. We have a physical power and volume knob. And I gotta tell you that JBL stereo actually sounds pretty good, but due to the YouTube copyright restrictions, I can't play it for you. Plus, also think about it, you're gonna play it on your phone, so you're gonna hear what that phone speaker sounds like. Rear view camera, this is really important. Let's put it in reverse, and that takes up the entire screen, which is huge. Good quality. Okay, maybe I should adjust it. I think there's adjustments to it to make it brighter, but you have the top-down view. We have the trajectory lines. As I move forward and put this camera in, as you can see, this gives me this transparent hood type of setup, so I can see what's going on underneath the vehicle. Now, that's not real life, obviously, that's recorded image, but now you can see this silhouette of the vehicle that's transparent. So in case there were any obstacles, you can definitely avoid them by that. So turn that on to auto, turn off this view camera, and I'm going to put it in park so we don't roll. Now, scrolling down here, we have 2 powerful vents and the hazard lights in the middle. Now, the easy way to get to the drive modes is right here, which you don't have to look through the screen. You just push that, and you can rotate through the drive modes, and it shows you right in the infotainment system as well as in the instrument cluster. So you see that color is changing. So we have the eco, normal, custom mode. Now, we also have the trail and snow modes, which are on the other side, and normal. So let's go back down here. EV mode. It is an EV mode right now, but the hybrid battery is low, so it's only used to get you in and out of parking essentially. And on the right hand side, trail and snow, this is where I was switching to, and the normal mode back to normal, right? So we have the wireless charging pad up on top, and another shelf, which again, I mean, I've seen that on the new Kias and Hyundais. They have dual charging pads. That might be something to consider, but they do have 45-watt charging USB Type-C outlets here. This is to start your camera, as I showed you before. And then we also have the seatbelt is unfastened, so it won't even do anything as far as the parking assist. We have the hill descent assist and traction control off. Another shelf in here. And here, scrolling down, we have this different shifter. So at first I thought maybe that the XSE trim comes with this shifter and the other trims don't. However, it wasn't until I looked at the sticker that I solved the mystery. So this one has the XSE Hybrid Driver Assist Package, which features toggle type shift-by-wire system with advanced park, and that's $420. So therefore, it doesn't have the regular shifter as you've seen on the other trims that I reviewed, like the Woodland and XLE Premium, and that's why we have this. We have the electronic parking brake and the brake hold button, more storage and the cup holders here, and then this new console that opens up from either the passenger side or the driver's side, or if you squeeze both buttons and at the same time, you can actually take this out, remove it completely, and guess what? You can flip it around, so in case you want to use it as a lunch. I just said that, and it says, hey, no McDonald's in the car. But as long as you want to use it on this side, you can as well. So this is what the interior looks like. Now, we're not done yet, actually. We have the digital camera mirror, which is a nice addition, and that features also a HomeLink system in the mirror itself. So 2-in-1, great. We have the ability to open and close the roof. So this opens up the cover, and as you can see right there, it has the crossbars. Well, we're going to check for the wind noise, because last time I driven one with the crossbar, so it was very noisy on the inside. And then we have this windscreen over here, letting some air and light inside of it. I'm going to close that up. Is it the one-touch operation? Yep. And then I'm going to close the cover here as well. And what else we have here? This is your sunglasses holder. And then we have the visors that illuminate as you slide the open mirror. So this is the interior of this 2026 RAV4 XSE. Let's talk pricing and take it for a spin. As far as pricing, there are 6 different trims on the RAV4. They're all hybrids, starting with the LE, and that starts at $31,900, going to SE, $34,700, XLE Premium, $36,100, Woodland, $39,900. Then we have the XSE at $41,300, and the Limited at $43,300. Now, this XSE has some equipment that's been added to it, and I have a sticker right in front of me. So here's what's added. We have the weather package that's been added at the factory. That's $375, including that heated steering wheel, windshield de-icer, rain sensing, windshield wipers. And then we have the XSE Hybrid driver assist package, which I mentioned when I was showing you that shifter, $420, JBL with 9 speakers and a subwoofer, really nice system, $620, and panoramic moonroof package. That's at $700. That brings the total MSRP from the factory $43,415 plus $1420 destination. Now, because we're in Florida and they have their Southeast Toyota Distributor Center, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's added to it, and that includes the LED cargo light that we've seen. We have the illuminated door sills that I showed you that too, illuminated cargo sill, all-weather floor mats, illuminated front emblem, crossbars, multimedia screen sensor, phone cable package, cargo net, and the first aid kit. So tons of accessories added too. In addition, they have this ToyoGuard Platinum, which is essentially 2 oil changes and tire rotations. So that brings the total MSRP on this Monroney sticker to $48,754, including the destination charge. And that's quite a lot, to be honest with you. So depending on which market you're in, you might not have that second portion of that sticker. Before we start driving, let's talk about gas mileage. So it's 37 on the hybrid, 43 in the city. Combined number is 41. It differs from trim to trim. If you get the base LE with the front wheel drive, it's going to give you the best gas mileage. It's going to go up to 45 miles per gallon. If you get the Woodland trim, it's going to get you the worst gas mileage because it's got the knobbier tires, it sits a little bit higher. So depending on the trim, you get the different gas mileage. Turning radius, let's turn the steering wheel all the way to the left, and let's make a full circle here. And that is very nice and tight. Yeah. No complaints here. And do a little bit side to side as far as the body lean on this vehicle, and that's not bad at all. It holds this vehicle nice in place. So the suspension is not super soft, which is actually a plus. We're going to take that on the road for a quick test drive, see the acceleration, and bring it back to the dealership for the final thoughts on this XSE trim. I'm going to hit some of these speed bumps in here, getting out of this parking lot, kind of see what this vehicle reacts to it. Well, that's not bad at all. It's actually really nice. Emerging in traffic here, not bad at all. Just stopping just a little bit just to see how this acceleration is. Now, it's been measured from 7.5, 7.8 seconds, something like this, which is not bad. Now, if you want something faster, you could definitely go with something like the plug-in hybrid, which is going to drop it down by, over 2 seconds. And high 5 seconds range, and that's a really cool vehicle. So the plug-in hybrid is going to feature also that GR trim, which is designed by the Gazoo Racing, and that looks really good. I saw that at Chicago Auto Show. You can check out one of my shorts here too. All right, guys, I'm at the stop sign right here. Let's hit it. Definitely, he's got enough get up and go. We're here at 55, flying, no time, easy. So it has enough pick up and go. I can hear the crossbars. I can hear the wind around the crossbars. So there's some wind noise. I don't hear the wind noise anywhere else. So normally sometimes you'll hear it somewhere at the top of the doors here, or maybe from the windshield. That's not the case here. So really nicely insulated as far as that, and that's a plus too. So a decent turning, good acceleration, plenty of space on the interior. I think Toyota really done a great job upgrading from the last generation one. And again, you know, as far as the styling, I mean, it's either you like it or you don't. And if you don't like it, you'll get used to it, right? Because you spend most of the time on the interior, and the interior is great. Personally, I love the styling on the exterior. I think it looks much better than the previous gen, but again, that's just me. Some people like the old design better. So what do you think about this new hybrid RAV4? And which trim would you pick? So far, I featured the XLE Premium, the Woodland trim, which was my favorite, and the XSE Premium. Now, I'd like to have the screen in the Woodland, but unfortunately, I can't get it on the Woodland trim because that's not available. But maybe at one point it will be. I love this digital mirror. That definitely adds to the safety of the vehicle. Overall, I think they've done a really, really nice job with this RAV4. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you learned something. And if you did, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to the channel for more automotive content, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.